Hello everybody, if you can hear me, can somebody help me do a mic check please? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So it is currently 10:42, meaning 10:42 Pacific, easier for me to say, 1:42 Eastern Time. The FOMC statement will be coming out in about 15 minutes. Andrea is saying plumb low. Okay, Andrea. Let's see. I'm going to make sure that I'm speaking directly into the computer, and let's see what else can I improve on here so that the sound is as agreeable as possible for you guys. So please let me know if there is any difference or any improvement. How is it now? As I was saying that, let's see, do I need to I don't need to turn on the TV, because I was about to say, oh, maybe I'm going to watch the FOMC statement on TV. I never do that. So basically for me, I only watch the chart. So the whole idea, there is a video that we published. So let me go find that video and paste it if I can. So let's go here to duplicate tab, and we're going to find the FOMC video. This could not be any more live than this. So that video that we made on how to trade FOMC is actually gathering a great deal of momentum. We don't need a double of days. We need to go back on here if we can. So it just, if you go to my YouTube channel, you go to videos and just type in FOMC, you will find it. But I want to paste it here for those of you who have not seen it. All right, actually other than today's one, but how to trade the FOMC. This was published June 17 of 2021. So it has been over a year, folks, since we published the video on how to trade FOMC. So we're going to take it here and paste the link for those who are still looking for it. Sounds is good now. Thank you very much, Miss Andrea. So here is video on how to trade FOMC. Okay, so we got that out of the way. We're all business here today. This is the chart of QQQ so far. So the key to trading FOMC, folks, traders, is the fact to expect that there is going to be a misdirection. What do we mean by misdirection? Meaning that initially the market, through the lens of QQQ that we trade, will act as if it wants to go a certain way, and then it will reverse. That's how it typically happens. So upon that first 15 minutes, if let's say the market, for instance, goes up, so we know that chances are the true direction, it's on the downward direction. So that's where we need to act and get cheap puts upon QQQ spiking up, for instance. So the last FOMC that happened was May the 4th. Yeah, May the 4th on here. We have time? Yeah, we have plenty of time. So I'm glad that we started on here. So I can scroll on here very quickly and go find May the 4th, the 15-minute chart of it, because that's the best way that for me, I can actually show you guys how to trade the FOMC. The video explained clearly, but I'm still getting questions from same trader. So on May the 4th, this is what transpired. I know that I have a go-to button on here that I could have use if I was smart enough. Actually, while I say that, I may as well do that, right? So we gotta be smart here. So let's see, I want to go to May the 4th. Nope, we get past that. So May the 4th was a Wednesday. All FOMCs are always on Wednesday, folks. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, so this was the first candle on here. Again, the timeline here are Eastern time on my chart. You guys should be used to that by now. So we were trending up throughout the day. Yeah, the start of the day, it's 9:30 Eastern. So let me go to that candle. So here's the beginning of the day. We first came down on that day and then rally started. But this here is the beginning really of the involvement, the impact of FOMC. So at this stage here, on this candle on here, QQQ went outside of the upper Bollinger Band. So now let's analyze here. The highest price here is 317.66. Yeah, 317.66 at that time. If we were to buy put there, 3 candles later, the stock is at 317. At 315, the low is 317. So there's $2 to be traded here. But then a violent move here at this very bottom here. Yeah, by buying calls on here, those calls, they rallied from 315.26 all the way to the close to 330. This is a whooping $15 move, yeah, in just in the matter of literally an hour and 5 candles. So let's say 6 candles. So an hour and 30 minutes. Each candle is 15 minutes. How do we know that? We know that because this is the indicator on here. So this is a type of opportunity that happened on FOMC. So the name of the game is like really being patient, but the mindset is to know that, hey, there are misdirection on there. And the second part of it really, it has to do with what happened the day after the FOMC. We have a multiple study in the video that I shared with you. This is what typically happened. If we rally after the FOMC, the next day is just like, hey, what happened? All of a sudden, whatever momentum we had on here, and it is always, most of the time, it always turns out to be that the day after the FOMC, meaning that Thursday and that Friday will be bearish. Multiple studies is where we take that data from. So this is the nuts and bolts on how to trade FOMC. So as we say that, what's the current price for QQQ? The current price for QQQ is at 302.35. So if I go to the option chain of QQQ, I'm doing that on a different screen on here. So that's what you should be used back to that right now. So QQQ, and I go to the put side, for instance. Don't ask me why I first go to the put side. It's just is that a bias still anyhow. So the ATR on here, so this thing can possibly make a $10 move. Yeah, so the ATR 302. So for me, I'm looking at $7 from where we are right now. So that will put us around 287 ish. No, 297, 295, 297. Okay, so 295, 297 are the strike price that we want to consider for the put side, right? So as of now, the 295 put, they are 28 cents. Yeah, on the bid, 29 cents on the ask. The implied volatility, mind you, because everybody and their sister knows that FOMC is coming. So the implied volatility change right now is plus 11%, meaning that all of these contracts, they are super expensive. So we really need to be mindful of this and then to select the proper strike price along with the direction on there. So the most recent FOMC, they have all been in this manner, meaning there was a fake into the put direction, because here, how do we call it a fake? The price went all the way below all of these support moving averages, all of them. The price went below and then it's rallied. So the spike on here started when the Fed chair actually starts speaking. So meaning that what will happen exactly in 10 minutes, the statement will be released, but the chair, it's not Ben Bernanke anymore. It's Jerome Powell. Yeah, the Fed chairman is Jerome Powell. Let's get with the program Telex in 2022. So when the Fed starts speaking, that's why we saw that rally, that massive rally, or over 315 to 330. This is a whooping $15. So a more than a 10 bagger can be traded after the FOMC. But we need to be patient and mindful of the change of direction on there. So that's really the key. And then at the end of the day, at the end of it, we are going to set up a trade for Friday expiration to take advantage of the volatility that usually ensued after the FOMC. So that's what we are looking for on here in about 9 minutes when the statement comes. Okay, again, so on the put side, potentially the strike price that we're considering are 295. So they are going for 30 cents as of now. If you ask me, they're expensive. They're expensive. So one thing that traders we can do on here right now, right? So we can put in limit orders. So we can say, okay, a limit order around that level. So a limit order for me to take advantage of, let's say, a potential spike first. It will be that, okay, the strike price, the contract will be the put contract will become a bit cheaper, right? So let's say we go 297 put expiring today, because that's so this is a day trade. Right now they're 61 cents. That's way too expensive. So for us, we are going to put a limit order on to say we want them for 30 cents. Yeah, meaning can they lose 50% of the price? Absolutely. So 30 cents on the 297 puts. And really, that's my approach to this. Because for the call side, I would want the call side, if they are going call, when they fake the direction, right? So, meaning that initially, I really want to take advantage of this. Now you can tell me that, hey, it's possible that, hey, upon the release of the number, the stock, the QQQ just start going up. In that case, hey, well, in that case, I have a very good likelihood of getting filled with very cheap puts. So that's what I want. That's what I will want. Because I know that at some point there is going to be a change of direction. They do that fake. And when you are not prepared as a trader, if we are not prepared for that, then we run into issues. So yeah, I want to trade in that manner, so because it's a much safer way to trade it. So should there be a rally later on, we want to enter those calls. We will have plenty of time. So the calls that we're going to be buying, I think for me, since literally is going to be an hour and a half or so between the moment that the Fed chair starts speaking at the end of the trade. So you can use, if you want to play it safe, you can use Friday expiration. If you are using today expiration, we can use the ATR, because the expected move is going to be an ATR. So in that case, the charts here, which again we will be using this chart. So let's go back to the present time, which I can get to by just touching this arrow here. But in any case, hopefully, let's see. I want to get to the present time. Come on. Okay, let me just use the button on here. How can I go to today? July and July 27. Go to. Okay, perfect. So this is, we talked about this earlier in the week in our Discord, right? Typically, this is what we see. Well, it wasn't like that last FOMC on May the 4th, but sideways. This has been sideways literally from the get-go. The price after 45 minutes, the QQQ price was, the closing was at 301.83. Right now, we are 50 cents away from that. So basically, we haven't been doing much. So the trick on here will be, are they going to drop the price, let's say, initially to 298, 297 before a rally? Or are they going to do the inverse, meaning they go to 304, for instance, in which case the puts become cheaper. So that's when we want to make that purchase for the winning direction. It's really tricky to trade, but this is how we go about making money on FOMC, by just exploiting the fact that there is a violent move, and we take advantage of that violent move. There is plenty of time, because trading QQQ on FOMC, an hour and 30 minutes, there is plenty of time. As you may have seen, just open the 15-minute chart of QQQ on May the 4th. You will see that, hey, we will, when it starts going in its true direction, it will definitely let us know. So we have had numerous times on here on FOMC day where we make money in both directions, the puts and the call, meaning that there could be a move that lasts maybe 45 minutes or 30 minutes in just a couple of 15-minute candles. We make money on the put side, and then if the rally starts on the opposite direction, we make money on the call side as well. We have witnessed that as well. All right, so 4 minutes in, the only thing I have as of now is a limit order on QQQ for July the 27th. 297 put, and I'm trying to steal them at 30 cents. Let's see if I'm fortunate enough, if we have a fake move upward and then followed by a true direction downward. So if the opposite happens, meaning that the stock drop, then I'm not going to get a fill on my put, but what I will be looking for, calls, very cheap calls, for a potential end of the day rally. Again, we will have plenty of time. We will be looking at the chart. That's why we are here, and to take advantage of that. Any questions? Well, I don't know if there's any question as we are approaching 3 minutes into the FOMC statement for July the 27th, 2022. This is a live trading session on here on Successful Trading. All right, so and this is the second live that we are doing this week, right? So that didn't change the attendance or anything. Yes, I still have questions. Oh, Telex, when are you doing the next live or whatever? All right, never mind. Okay, all right. Okay, so my focus again, I gave you the game plan, right? So hopefully the sound is good, and well, let's go. Let's just put some. This is the chart here of QQQ that's going to be guiding us. We are able to see everything. So if the price dips, we expect that it's going to dip well below the green line. So below, it will dip below 300. That's really what's we are driving at. As I'm seeing that, I'm seeing some movement, for instance, on a few QQQ stocks such as Google. Google went to 113, now it's at 112. It has just been, it's gaining 6.3% for the day. The gap initially in the morning was plus 4.5% or thereabouts. So it has gained. Actually, the lowest price that Google did trade today was 108. So you could have traded $5 at least on Google if you were able to enter any time at the lowest price on the Recon. All right. All right. 1 minute to the madness. I don't know. I've done it a lot of days, so maybe compared to other traders. So let's see here. What's going to show? So just expect to see that first candle is going to be like, again, we are looking for a misdirection to set up a trade in a given direction for us. Okay, a few seconds to it. Okay, anytime now. Here we go. Here we go. So what say you, QQQ? All right. 302.88, 302.60. The previous high, this so far today has been was 302.78, and we know that resistance has been between 302.50 and 303. So let's see on here what type of moves QQQ has in store for us. So far, nothing really. So if I go to the option chain, highs implied volatility. Implied volatility change is all the way to 67%, folks. Just implied volatility. This is another one of those opportunities to make money just by using the implied volatility movement, right? So as of now, it's still subdued. I'm not sure if they have released the statement yet. It's thinking about it. For the day so far, QQQ is up plus 2.8%, just as a reference. You can see the gap here compared to yesterday close around 290. We closed yesterday at 294.34, and we opened this morning at 299.03, and has been just strictly up so far. Okay. You guys can, I mean, there's nothing happening yet. It's still in range, but it has been a couple of minutes, so I'm pretty sure the statement has been released. And the 297 puts expiring today. That's I put my limit order in. The price, remember how they were 60 cents? Right now it's at 40 cents thereabout. So I will really like to get a feel for this. And it's 10 cents. The bid is 10 cents away. So let's see if this thing can go to 3 or 4 a little bit to get that great steal there. That would be fantastic. Here come 303. Oh, it got rejected a little bit. And most stocks are rallying. Yeah, most stocks are rallying on this, right? So Google, which came down a little bit from 113 high of the day to 111.9, is now back to 112.5. Google and PayPal are the two main drivers of QQQ today. Both are up in excess of 6% for Google, and PayPal was up almost 9%. So that's one has been very interesting. All right, folks, the 297, they are 35 cents. I just need 5 more cents to get my feel for the 297. So the scenario that we are seeing right now, it's okay. So the QQQ is spiking, meaning the puts are the ones that are becoming cheaper. The bid just went to 30 cents, but the ask, it's 35 cents. So I didn't quite get a feel on there. I'm tempted. I'm not going to touch it manually because this thing can really go all the way. So I want to get that clean entry at 30 cents, which is 50% lower than what that strike price, the 297, were literally when we start talking here, literally 15 minutes ago or so. So 30 cents bid and 32 cents ask. I'm just going to be patient. One other thing that we can do at this stage on here, we can try to get very cheap put contract expiring on Friday as well. So if I go on here, for instance, I can go and take a look at the 285 going for 20 cents. They are interesting to me. So they didn't give me a feel. They didn't give me a feel. Oh my goodness. they didn't give me a feel. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm not. They came to 31 cents bid and 32 cents ask, and they didn't give me a feel. Right now it's back to 37 and 43 cents. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. It's really one of those things, right? When you have seen the FOMC movie, or shenanigans as I like to call them, it's become easier to trade. I mean, it's never easier to trade, but at least simple in terms of understanding what's about to happen. All right, so first move was small rally. Well, small rally. You have to put to touch a new high of the day at 303.61. I really, not that I'm regretting, but I would have loved to get that feel at 30 cents, because those, if I were to get them even at 31 cents, right now they're at 41 cents. But let's see on here, what are they going to come back and retest that previous high? And one thing that works in our advantage on here is that as time is passing by, right, every 15 minutes that's passing by from between now and the close, the options are getting cheaper, relatively speaking, meaning with a price being constant. So the big move, as we saw for the 4th, if the big move, the big rally, or the big whatever move in either direction is to occur during the last 30, the last 45 minutes, guess what? Then we tend to benefit even greatly because of just data decay toward the end of the day on here. So the stock puts in a high so far of 303 on this candle, 303.66. Anybody who was able to, if you were able to get your feel on the puts there, I'm telling you, you are making money right now, because it went as low as 32 cents. I didn't get my feel at 30 cents. Oh my goodness. But now it has doubled. It literally has doubled. Those put, the 297 puts, when we were first talking at the open, they were as high as 60 something cents. We put in a limit order for 30 cents. It came as low as 32 cents. We didn't get a fill, and now they are trading at they just touched 660 cents, 57 cents, 660 cents thereabout. So these are the type of opportunity. Just literally, we are only 7 minutes into the FOMC statement. There has already been an opportunity to trade 100%. Too bad for me, I didn't get that fill. Let's say, hey, let's see here what's the rest of the day shall bring. Let's see. So Google is retracing back down. PayPal is retracing as well. PayPal was funny and not funny, just very curious on PayPal on what was transpiring today. After it hits 85, we get a great entry from our Discord, right? So we get a great entry for the 80 puts. But when the stock went from $85 to again almost 1%, those puts, they were not losing any money because of the implied volatility in preparation for this FOMC. It was very interesting that those 39 cents contract, they stock there, even though the stock has gained 100% compared to the 1% compared to the entry. Okay, so they put in a high. Now, folks, they are trying to go put in a low. Yeah, so this is where it gets very interesting, because we have seen in the past that this move here, well, the first thing to comment on here, man, those 297 puts, I really regret not manually getting them. Well, they're still at 59 cents, but that I don't want to get them. I don't want to get them as of now. We're just going to go into wait on here. But for us, okay, so we will get interested in some calls if the price fall below the green line. Yeah. Because in that case, then puts are going to become cheaper. So in terms of puts, let's see, what potential puts can we be eyeing on here? So right now, we can be eyeing the 306 put. So we're going to do the same thing, yeah? We're going to say we want the 306 puts. We want them for, right now they are going for 55 cents. The 306 calls, right, expiring today, they're going for 64 cents. No, we don't want any of that. We want a limit order here. We learned our lesson, so I'm going to put a limit order at 31 cents. So meaning if the price drops because right now, between now and the next 20 minutes before the Fed chairman comes and starts giving his analysis, the market's just going to be playing us, meaning it's just going to be doing head fakes. So we are ready in that manner. So we are ready by saying we want to purchase the 306. 306 is good. 306 calls expiring July 27, and my limit order is 31 cents. I'm willing to give them 1 cent more than what they didn't give me over there. And if it come close to 30 something, I'm just gonna grab them. Yeah, I'm gonna grab them manually. So my limit order is in place for 306 calls expiring on July 27 for 31 cents. Right now they're worth 52 cents. Yeah, so there's going to be all type of nonsense between now over the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so, and for us we just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. That's the name of the game, folks. We told our traders this morning on our Discord, the name of the game is waiting today. Oh my goodness, this person here came back. Jesus, we have this annoyance. I don't want to put them in timeout. I want to hide the channel from users. Come on now. This is nonsense. Cannot Google, YouTube remove. We want to remove this person on there. We're trying to trade. Oh my goodness. And I want to report this. I reported this yesterday. So so much for Google doing something about it. Okay, so the raise 0.5 according to CNBC. All right, I don't really care about how much the raise. I'm just looking at the chart, folks. I'm just looking at the chart. I'm not trying to interpret the economic information, because trust me, you will never, that information doesn't give you any direction, but the ability to read the chart, analyze it, and position ourselves accordingly, it's what is going to get us money. So as of now, we haven't made any win. We missed a nice opportunity on the 297 puts for 100%, but I mean, if that's the only move that we have here on FOMC today, that's so much for that. So that's would have been a major waste of time. As I say that, I may as well be preparing for myself for you guys call it soccer, but it's a football match, the women Euros. It's happening in exactly 48 minutes. So after trading, no, well, actually it's going to be in the middle of the speech. It starts at noon in 48 minutes. France versus Germany. So if anybody is into soccer and women's soccer, the Euro is taking place in exactly 48 minutes. Semi-final. France, the Frenchies against the Germans. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Yesterday, England booked its spots for the final at Wembley on Sunday. England is the host country, so London will be buoying over the performance of the Lionesses. That's the name of the English team, the British team. All right. Oh, were you expecting me to talk about soccer today? You were not, right? So, okay, 302.20. Come on. Still same boring charts. That's we are looking at. Nothing so far. So they are waiting for the Fed chairman. And while that's happening, the only thing that's could be happening on here. Let's see. Are they dropping the implied volatility or not? Let's see. So which side am I on? So on the call side, what are they doing here for the implied volatility? No, implied volatility is still elevated. So plus 55% on those 306 calls, which right now, remember how I was saying they were at 58 cents, right now they are 74 cents. So, hey, we're dancing with QQQ. All right, so my two limit orders are in. I have one for put 297. I still have it maintained at 3 cents, and I have one for calls 306 at 31 cents. And the stock hasn't really moved, as you can see on the chart, right? So what do? I wait. So let's see. First 15 minutes after the earnings, we saw an upward fake movement, and then a small downward fake movement. That's there was support. It hit support here on the VWAP, right? So let me zoom in. The VWAP is my orange line, and as of now, you can see how tight the upper and the lower Bollinger are. So when the stock is in this type of setup, it's just waiting for a move. Eventually, it will get a resolution, either by going up or by going down. So because as of now, it's literally has been, how many hours has it been here? So for the last two and a half hours at least, starting at 12 here Eastern, we're currently at 2:15 Eastern. Nothing has been happening. QQQ has been in a very, very, very tight range. So here it is on here, just continuing in that type of movement. But we reckon once the Fed chairman starts speaking, which will be taking place in exactly 15 minutes or so when he goes live, the algorithm there will be taking his speech, and every single word that he carefully planned will be translated into a movement on QQQ. That's what happened. That's why you see so much fluctuation during the Fed chairman speech. Or maybe today we just continue sideways. I mean, for the remaining of the day, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what's to give. I was expecting a little bit a bigger move on here. Maybe I was expecting ready to go to 304, but hey, there's still plenty of time before they decide onto which that they would like to do. I'm not going anywhere, so I have plenty of time. I'm not going anywhere. So QQQ, you can rise, you can rise, come down, whatever. I'm staying put, pun intended. Ooh, 302.71. Wouldn't that be something on a day where we are fully ready, we are live, and the market is going sideways? I've talked about this. We talked about this on Monday. That's typically what will more than likely to happen when. But I mean, there are not that many people watching anyway. So the fact that was it on Monday? Yeah, I was late on Monday where we traded 5 cents contract to 42 cents. So there's still plenty of time. I have my words already. That's the noise that you may have heard on the left hand side. So what's Google doing? So if we go to the chart of Google, this is what Google has been doing. I mean, Google mirror pretty much QQQ. Maybe not quite so much, because it has its own impulse catalyst this morning after its earnings. So after the earning, Google gapped up and above VWAP. It took it a while. It took it over an hour. And so how do we say an hour? Each candle is 15 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1 hour here, and then a good hour and 45 minutes before deciding on the upward direction. But that upward direction, I mean, it was short-lived, because the close here is 111.80.79 precisely. So 112 going to 113.45. Okay, sure. Maybe 30% gain on these 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and then what do you do there? You take profit. There's no indication to necessarily take profit there, because we are still above the exponential moving average 8. That's the yellow line. So from there, knowing that FOMC will be coming, yeah, either you take your quick profit, or you determine that, hey, you want to parlay that money into something more valuable. And if that was the case, guess what? Now it came back down $1, even closing below the EMA 8, and before now, okay, trying to test. But again, you see the lower and the upper Bollinger Band here in red, and the lower Bollinger Band in purple, they are converging to each other. When the price action is that tight, a decision will need to be made regarding the direction of the said stock. So we are just waiting for that. So either QQQ or Google, the chart patterns look absolutely identical. Yep, patience is the name of the game, and we spell that exactly with PAY, because the trader could be doing all types of things as of now. No, there is no need to, because we still have the last hour, folks. Right now, the market, literally QQQ will be closing with the extra 15 minutes, right? QQQ will be closing in 2 hours time. That's like an eternity. That's an eternity. No, literally for QQQ, that's what it seems like. So this fake whatever that they're doing right now, it's I mean, since we know about it, it should not be a border at all. So the 306 call, they are going for 66 cents. The implied volatility, what have they done to the implied volatility? It's still high. It's still at the implied volatility change, that is. The implied volatility change is plus 52%. So for an ETF like QQQ, the implied volatility, when the market it's during normal procedures, the implied volatility on QQQ, and you can see that historically, it will be something between 20% is even high. 25% is even high. But in 2022, for most of this year, with a lot of high implied volatility, on a day like usually you see numbers in the 50s, but on a day like FOMC today, we are at 100. The 304 contract, the implied volatility is 105 right now. The implied volatility change is plus 57%. For those who are joining us, who are part of our Discord, we released our brand new watch list for August the 5th. I couldn't believe when I was typing it. Yeah, we have the watch list this week. The one for this week was not bad, right? It created a 10 bagger yesterday with multiple other wins there. Today's one that we just published today, there are very key candidates on there that we are looking forward to trading. Starting with Roku tomorrow. Roku has earning tomorrow, right? I believe so. That's one stock that we will be looking. And then for the newcomers, tomorrow we will have the Friday No Wahala. I'm already thinking about the Friday No Wahala, folks. Yeah, we are Wednesday, obviously it's tomorrow, but I have in my mind what we will be using. Where's my list of Friday No Wahala? It's right here on my paper. I've already written it. The only thing that will be left tomorrow about this time will be determining the strike price. So yeah, that's nothing is random. Trading is not random, man. This is what we do here. So there's a lot of thinking that goes behind this. So the end product that you guys get to see was like, okay. So some traders have told me, oh, you make it look easy, but it has to be easy. It has to be easy. I know it's not easy, but at least it's simple in me being able to explain it to newcomers. Okay, PayPal is dropping below 85. Earlier, it went as high as, I think it touched even 86, right? I think the high of the day was 86 something. So now I'm not sure they are navigating back down with it, but this dance, I mean, it's just a dance under. He had a huge gap. What was the catalyst behind that gap? Elliott's management, I believe they disclosed that they have taken a position in that stock. So yeah, this is how the market. So some big institution, they come out and say, oh, we bought this stock, and then the general public say, oh, fine, let us go buy it. And by doing that, obviously you are making more money for them. That's how it goes. So basically, imagine you are a big institution. All you have to do is just come out to say, hey, I bought these stocks, guys. Yeah, and then everybody buys it, and all of a sudden, in just one day, for the billions of dollars that you spend on it, you're up 10%. Thank you. Have a nice day. You and I, we cannot do that. We don't have billions of dollars, and we don't have that cachet, that name to go along with it to say, hey, I just bought this stock. Yeah, so you guys go buy it and make me richer. I don't know, so pardon my my cynical nature. I guess it's just all right. 302.50. Sheesh. All right, let me go see the French lineup, because at least that's entertaining. So again, if you are watching now, I may as well talk about the woman Euro going on in England right now. So France versus Germany in about, the kickoff will take place in exactly 34 minutes. I will be watching that. I will turn on my TV. That's I hope I have, if not, I can watch it on my phone, I hope. So let's take a look at the lineup. So okay, 4-3-3 lineup. Nothing new really. If you know the French coach, she's a lady. Her name is Corinne Diacre. She's using the same lineup as in the first game. So I am concerned. I usually spend time chatting with some of my friends abroad about this. I have a friend of mine who is in Finland. He lives in France, but he's on vacation in Finland. So we're talking about the Finnish team performance during this. Okay, so the same lineup. I mean, she doesn't really have a choice, right? The German, are they missing one of the key players who actually believe she was tested positive to COVID? So that's a shame. That's a shame because really, yeah. So let's see. Both teams will be playing in 4-3-3 formation. I'm sorry, folks, but nothing is happening. Oh no, something is happening. Hello, QQQ. QQQ has gone to 303.1. Okay, so 303.1. Is trying to test the previous high, and as I said that, oh my goodness, they got me a feel. They just got me a feel for those 303, for those 297 puts at 30 cents. Remember when we couldn't get them earlier? Oh boy. No, not there. Okay. So I just got a feel for those. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient with it because at this stage on here, I reckon you're looking at the chart, I'm looking at the chart. The upper Bollinger Band is 303.28 and the stock failed. This candle tells us that there was resistance, prior resistance above 303, right? Because it went all the way to 303.61 and then closed at 302.24. So it's a good thing that I got my feel on those 297 puts. Now I just need this thing to reverse and start coming down and start collecting money. Let's see if that happens on here. Let's see if that happens on here. So that's what patience does. So that's what patience does sometimes. Your 297 put may have triggered. Yeah, I just say that. Yeah. So while I'm late, I'm really late reading your message. So yes, they trigger. They got me a feel. they got me a feel. Right now, I'm making 3%. I'm making 3.75% on them. Hey, you take it. 5.40%, 8.70%. Hey. May turn into something here. Patience, still early, folks. Still too early. Okay, Fed chairman will be speaking in exactly 1 minute. So expect a great deal of a bigger movement. That's what we have had so far. So if that movement is on the downwards direction, that will be great for our 297 puts. If it is on the opposite direction, that will not be so great, and in which case our stop loss may be triggered, because I mean these things are so volatile, right? You just need to be prepared to reach that, whatever that they do. So these are so far already, if we analyze this, the first three candles after this have been shown, are showing the propensity or the willingness to go further up. That's what we have seen so far. Yeah, that's what we have seen so far. Typically, we tend to see a misdirection, meaning that there will be a fake in one direction and then a separate direction. Should that be the case on here, we could be thinking that, hey, QQQ stand a chance to close well below 300, because that move, when the true move usually happens, which I'm looking with a keen eye, you see my left eye looking at it and I see 302.28. When the real move happens, that real move usually is in excess, or at least the ATR. So if such is the case on here, the ATR for QQQ is $7. So 295 is in play, folks. 295 could be in play. And similarly on the opposite direction, right? So should they decide to rally, 306, 307, even 310. Even 310 could be in play. Absolutely. So this is how FOMC goes. So right now the 297 put that we got there for 30 cents, they're up 20%. Nothing to write home about, but hey, it's a beginning. It's a beginning. So definitely PayPal. Remember PayPal from earlier this morning? Our entry, we got a perfect entry on the 80 the 80 puts. They are back alive now. They are up 14% as well. So we're just going to be patient on here and continue to monitor this. If it violently comes down at some point, we could trigger our calls as well. That's the beauty of it, right? When you put those limit orders exactly by using the ACR calculation, you stand a great chance to get a great entry. So that's really the way to go about it. As right now, they are printing a 45% gain on those 297 put that we entered just by this small movement. I'm calling it small movement, but it's literally what? It's literally a dollar move that has enabled that. So not bad at all. So here's the chart. From a technical point of view, we are still above VWAP. We are slightly, as of now, the price is slightly below the EMA 8. So that EMA 8, we can read it on the right hand side, is stand at 302.35. The stock is trading at 302. I mean, it's vacillating in between, right? I'm not sure, my TV is not on yet, so I'm not sure if the Fed chairman has started speaking yet. But at least there is a little bit more, there's more movement as of now than what we have seen from earlier. So let me take a look while this is happening. Where do the 306 stand? Where do the 306, where are they right now? The 306 right now, they're still worth 30 cents. So what I'm going to do here, because I have an entry on a position that's making money, I'm going to change my limit order. I'm going to put it much lower, right? Because if this thing dip, I don't want them to take, so I'm going to put my limit order much lower to, let's say, 19 cents. Hey, remember, why am I able to do that? Because as time is passing by, we are approaching the closing, so those contracts will be naturally losing value. They will be naturally losing premium. And just as I say that, they spike up to 63 to 63 cents. It's okay. This is the madness of FOMC, folks. I mean, trading this is like, sheesh. Look at this. Look at this. look at the change of direction here, folks. Look at this. So he puts in a low. The stock puts in a low at 301.74, and just like that, on the same 15, it's not even 15-minute candle. I think now the chairman is speaking. I reckon that now he must be speaking, folks. Look at this. Look at the price action on here now. 304. All right, so we could be having a rallying stage on here, folks, right? So we need to be mindful of that, because when they start like this, you could be thinking, oh, is this thing going to reverse? And you just see it go the rest of the day. So for us, those contracts, they are extremely expensive. So we can just go and say, okay, we are going to be taking, let's say, the 308, because right now the 306, folks, they are $1.11. But the 308, they stand at 49 cents. We can get them and see what happens. So now they force us into being in a strangle, and we just have to wait which is going to be the winning direction. But this is how nasty the FOMC can be. So because between now, look at this, brand new high of the day. So we saw this, the chart that I showed you on May the 4th. So it was on this candle that the rally started. So it is the Fed is speaking, and this rally could just last all the way to the end of the day, or will they reverse? Or but at least there is something on, there's a direction that they're clearly showing us on here. So from on here, if you have a stronghold, you just have to be that patient to see which the side that materializes itself. So much for me trying to go 19 cents on those 306 calls. They say we are going much higher. Thank you, have a nice day. Oh my goodness. Wow. Google is back above 113. Yeah, I mean it's just $1 move, but you get the idea of pretty much how this thing is moving. Okay, let's see. Is there a conviction on here? Normally, if a stock on a regular day, just looking at it from a technical point of view, if a stock trade like this and then it posts a brand new high of the day, that's some conviction that it will be going higher. But it's just the only problem on here is this is FOMC, folks. Not sure exactly what the Fed is saying, but because right now, notice we are outside of the upper Bollinger Band. Is that true? The upper Bollinger Band is at 303.43. It went as high as 304.50. Right now it's 304.91. So, but that's a sign of strength. So, and that strength is something that can be sustained at least for the foreseeable future, meaning between now and the closing, which will be taking place in exactly an hour and 20 minutes, if we do not count in the extra 15 minutes after hours. Okay, confirmation, folks. 304.59. $304.55. So those 30 cents, 297, they get they got run over. Yeah, the stop loss triggered already. Okay, so this is the violence with which QQQ tends to move on FOMC. So we have seen this movie before. So right now, I'm telling you, I'm going to my option chain. I already have the 308. So here, which one are cheapest here? So we can go 310. We can definitely go 310. So I'm going to take, let's say 309 are going for 34 cents as well. And just be patient. Okay, they got me a steal for 33 cents. So, okay. So let's see. Between this price, the starting here at 11, we were at 302. So the ATR is $7. So let's see if QQQ can move $7 between now and the closing. It's on a massive bullish rally. For the day alone, QQQ is up 3.65% compared to SPY, which is up 2.20%. This tells you guys, we've talked about this, why I prefer to trade QQQ versus SPY. The techs just have a much bigger range, a much bigger range. 305.32. So the 308 right now, they are 62 cents, 65 cents as I say that. The 306 folks, remember how we were floating with them? They are $1.43 already. $1.43. And while this is happening, now that the market is moving, the implied volatility is coming down, because the implied volatility change earlier, I was describing it for most of these contracts as being plus 50% or so. Now they are only plus 43%. So the puts are the way, the calls are the way to that money is being made on here after this FOMC. I mean, stop. I mean, everything is just flying, literally flying. $3.067. Look at it. Yeah. So this is a good illustration. A stock that goes outside of upper Bollinger Band, if it has enough strength, it can go higher. QQQ can do that. The only question right now is, what is going to be the closing price? I mean, it's not going to go straight forward. At some point, it will cool off. So here, that's why I'm going to the daily charts. If we go to the daily chart, guess what? The upper Bollinger Band is at 308.18. Okay, so the question is, how long will it take QQQ to reach 308? This is the previous resistance on here as of last week, 308.55. And the day before that, 307.44. So let's see. It still has over an hour and 15 minutes in the regular session to go. So this is the time where, let's say, this is the time where, if we go to the option chain, will I be talking in 1 hour, telling you guys that, there are 5 cents contract that went 10 bagger. So let's see if we can get 5 cents contract or 10 cents contract that go 10 bagger. Yeah, the 311, they are going for 9 cents. They can go 10 bagger easily, folks. They can go 10 bagger. So I'm going to monitor them. Those 311 on here, I already have the 308 and the 309 as I told you. I'm just going to monitor them. Let's see. This thing is a little bit extended, but remember the rule, right? The guidance is that typically a stock can stay outside of the upper Bollinger Band for 3 15-minute candles. So this is just the first one. And that's, we are at 304.19 on the upper Bollinger Band. So those 10 cents contract right now, they are going 11 cents. I want my 10 bagger as well. So I do not want to be on the sideline for that. I'm trying to get them for 12 cents. And they are playing hardball. I mean, this thing is just so strong, folks. It's just so strong. But remember, while all of this is happening, right? Remember what the tape tells us, yeah? At the end of the day, we know that's, let's save some money for that end of the day where we are going to set up a trade for the opposite of this, because this is pretty much, they are repeating which that they have done already. So here, for instance, this is too hot, yeah, because it's way outside of the upper Bollinger Band. So it's going to cool off a little bit by coming in below. So I reckon that we are going to come back below 305 in a few minutes here, because right now we are 306. It's just too hot. It's gonna cool off, fake up some traders who may either buy puts or close the trades, and then before it goes, because they still have an hour and 15 minutes. This is a long time, right? This is a long time. The study shows that normally from the 302, this thing can trade a full ATR, meaning it can go well in excess of 302 plus $7, which is 309. That's where for us, we have a couple of strikes, and we just took the 311 as well. So those 311, somebody write that for me. They were at 9 cents. I didn't get them at 9 cents, but I got them at 12 cents. 12? No, they gave me a fill at 13 cents. Man, these guys. Right? So we want to see where they close. So if by the end of the day they are worth $1, guess what? Well, for them to be worth $1, the stock needs to go to 312. But I'm not saying it's impossible. There's plenty of time for it to do so. Plenty of time. All right, it's deciding not even to cool off, right? You see, also notice for me the size of the candle. You have no candle which has this type of size, 301, 302.86. Let's say this is more than a $5 candle between the low. No, not quite. A $4 and something candle between the low and the high. Much bigger than any candle we have produced so far today. All it's doing on here is waiting for it to build more room outside of the upper Bollinger. In order for that to happen, either the price will come down below the upper Bollinger band, which is currently at 310, before continuing going up, or they have to figure out something, because it's super extended right now, super extended. And then we have this again. Oh my goodness. This user message will be hidden, but why didn't you do that the first time? All right, I don't want to miss my French versus Germany game match. I'm going to turn on my TV. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, well, I couldn't find the game yet, so let's see. Where are we? 305.87 on QQQ. Yeah, well, that's the middle of nowhere, right? So that's expected because the stock is a little bit extended. We still have 10 minutes into the current candle. The current candle started at 11:45 Pacific or 2:45 Eastern, and it will be closing at 12 Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern. So while this candle is going on, not providing much, well, that's just mean that the position will be flustering a little bit on there. So because the calls, the momentum, the money that they gain there, they will be giving that a little bit back. If price resume going back up above 306, that will resume. As of now, you just wait for it really, because the resolution will need to come. Imagine then if the resolution is that, hey, all of a sudden we start selling off from there. Oh my goodness, that will be something else. Yeah, so let's just see. Oh my goodness, what can I do with this guy? Oh, I'm not sure if it's a guy or... Okay, I've removed these messages, I've reported them, I've hidden the user from the channel, yet they keep coming. Oh, and I even have the slow mode in. Sorry about this, folks. All right, QQQ, what say you? Back to 306 or no? Okay. 306.23. Okay, so the algos may have decided that, okay, it was time to go. Oh my goodness, look at this, folks. Look at this. When you see something like this, typically that's mean that the Fed chair just used a keyword that trigger those buy orders. That's all it means, folks. That's all it means. But just know that, right? Imagine how violent that move was. So I have to drink some water. I guess my excuse is that QQQ make me thirsty. If we change time frame here, let's say we go to 30 minutes. 30 minutes has some room on the upper Bollinger. It hasn't reached the upper Bollinger yet on 30 minutes. That's very encouraging, actually, because that's telling us that we still have potential by the end of this 30 minutes. This 30 minutes started exactly at the time when the statement was released. So, and again, look at the size of that candle. That's candle compared to the most recent candle. So when we are looking at this in this manner, we reckon looking left as usual where the resistance level is. 308.55. It's where it could not go above on the first candle on July the 22nd. So that's the target price right now. 308.55. Once it reaches 308.55. And it's facing, it could go slightly outside of that. We hope so. Then we're going to be cashing our 308 calls and our 309 calls. By that time, maybe the 311 will be worth something as well. Let's see. And back here on the 15-minute charts with the same view. Okay, so Miss Latira is telling us that she had the 310 calls at 5 cents. She sold too early, but she got 100%. Okay, congratulations. And just knowing Miss Latira, I'm sure she had a truckload of them. So if you have a truckload of them, meaning I'm not sure how many contract that's she was trading. Yeah, the idea of 100%, if you have one contract, may not be a lot of money. Yeah, but if you had 500 contracts, 100% of it is a cool $500. So absolutely, that's I've always tell traders, the place at which you're taking your profit level is based on your risk or your investment as well, right? So if I have 100 contracts, which have I done that before? Maybe in a galaxy far away. So if I had 100 contract at 5 cents, because if I have 100 contract at 5 cents, that means that I'm spending $500, right? I'm not going to trade the 5 cents contract if I'm spending $500. I'm going to pick a strike price which is closer. Yeah, that why? Especially depending on my expiration, right? Because I will want to make money as much as possible. So in that case, instead of buying 100 contract at 5 cents, I'd rather buy 10 contract at 50 cents. And that's way I'm going to stay in the trade. I'm not going to need to stay in the trade for that long for it to develop to go to all the way to 100%. But I mean, you get the gist of this. So congratulations on your trade there. My only question is, didn't you save at least one contract just to see what potentially could have happened? But I mean, it's okay. All right, QQQ. This is the time where you feel as if like, oh my friend, nothing is going on here. There is really not much, and they do that on purpose, right? Because right here, really, the stock is extended. Those calls that we bought, they are looking like, oh my goodness, what's a bad decision. But remember, there's a full hour to go. Or even the put side, the puts here, if somebody bought their puts at 306, they could be looking like, oh, this thing is going to go back to 300. Yeah, as I say that, let's take a look right now, because this is exactly 1 hour left. How much are the puts? The 300 put, because that's the only put. Well, the only put. You can purchase plenty of put, but at this stage, with 1 hour left, so the 300 puts, they are going for 7 cents, 8 cents thereabout. They are not a bad thing to dip into. I will actually prefer maybe the 301 put, just in case the rally phase out. They are 12 cents. That's way if they go back to below 300. And then you can just say, okay, I'm waiting on QQQ, just QQQ, do whatever that you want to do. We're waiting, but just as we say that, look at this now. The candle, the 15-minute candle, the most recent 15-minute candle just closed, right? And we are starting a brand new candle on here. So let's see if it's going to be a series of higher high, meaning that we want for bullish confirmation, we want the next candle to go higher than 306.63, which was the high of the candle that we just closed a few seconds ago. Does this make sense, folks? This is just technical analysis at its best. So QQQ is in literally no man's land right now. Will it go to 308, or will it find its way reversing and coming all the way back down? That's what's how do the French people say? They say, oh, c'est ça qui me retient ici, meaning that's why I'm still hanging around to find out the answer to that perplexing question. Oh, as I say that, okay, perplexing question. That just reminds me of the game has started, folks. So I'm going to have to split myself. So where can I get the game? So I need to go to my app. Can I watch the game on ESPN Plus? Yes, I can watch the game on ESPN Plus. So I have one eye on my QQQ chart. I have the other eye on France versus Germany. That's women's Euro Championship taking place in England. All right, the French just kicked the ball in the German side. So if you want me to do live broadcasting of soccer games as well, I can do. All right, okay, folks. Now let's see what is QQQ doing on here. Oh Lord, yeah. So what are we doing here? Facing resistance. This is the very embodiment of resistance, right? The stock is trading outside of the upper Bollinger Band and is struggling to get there. Let me decrease the volume. You guys don't want the volume of a soccer game. First of all, relax. What is soccer? Soccer is football. The beautiful game. Okay, here's QQQ, no man's land. Will it go up? Will it come back down? Plenty of time to go. $305.67. So the task for QQQ is to gain a couple of dollars in 1 hour, notwithstanding the extra 15 minutes, right? It's doable, just as it's doable for it to come back down to support. The support will be, well, first support will be the EMA 8, the yellow line, 304.21. Then the next level of support is the VWAP in orange, and then the green line, EMA 20. Okay, Mr. Chiora, you need to start leaving a runner. I mean, okay, so in 2023 maybe. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, in your case, I mean, the 100% is a great trade here. All right, so back above 306, 306.16. So really, I mean, for us, if this candle, the current candle that we are on, yeah, is not a green candle, the bullish hypothesis is negated. So with the confirmation of the bullish hypothesis we talked about is the fact that the stock price here will close clearly above the previous candle high, which we gave you earlier, which is 306.63. Anything other than that, then that's we stand not to make money on the bullish side. That's what's going on here, folks. Yeah. So 306.74. Look now how this thing is accelerating. So what could be happening on here is that the current candle, which closes in exactly 10 minutes, could be of the equivalent size of this one. Yeah, because on this this push on here, they traded $4, almost not quite $4. They traded $3. Let's say $4. If we trade $4 from 306, folks, we get to 310, and that's really what we are hoping for. So should that happen, thank you, have a nice day. We take our money and we run. So this is a positive sign for the bulls right now. Yeah, it's just that this thing doesn't have room on the upper Bollinger side, but you saw on the 4th it didn't stop it from carrying on that momentum. This is it here. It's testing the previous candle high, 306.63. That's exactly, notice how it stopped exactly right there. Yeah. This is technical analysis at its best, folks. 306.91. The price is clearly above the previous candle high, confirmation of the bullish direction. So now things are going to really accelerate here for QQQ, assuming that they have that confirmation, right? The target price, as we mentioned, can be seen looking at a bigger time frame. It's, let's say, 30 minutes, for instance, on here, and we see here on the 30 minutes, look how nicely it's open up, right? Meaning that every 30 minutes on here, the upper Bollinger Band is bound to increase. This is nice. This is good here. We still have literally 2 candles of 30 minutes, and on the 4th, for instance, it closed all the way at the high. So that's what's giving hope about the potential bullish trade on here. But this zone here, folks, has been resistance, right? So something has got to give. How do we know that? Because previously the candles that have been there this past week on the 21st, the 21st was last week, I reckon, but it hasn't been a smooth selling at this type of level. So that's something that's it's one of those scenarios where it's just like, okay, what's really going to happen on here? It's an unknown. It's not a slam dunk at all. Oh my god. Is the Fed chair still speaking? Typically, it lasts until, let's say, 3:30, maybe. If he's not in haste to go have his dinner or something. If they want to go up, don't worry, folks. The last 30 minutes, the last 15 minutes, they will really do whatever is necessary. For those interested in the soccer game between France and Germany, the intensity, it's almost it's at its highest. Yeah, it's a semi-final for sports in the final to play against England on Sunday. So those ladies, they are not taking it easy. Both teams are going at it pretty strong, if you ask me. to start they're playing the 11th minute. So yeah. All right, QQQ, we are stuck at 306.55. I mean, we are stuck. There is time, but you get the idea. Our position right now, they are not making much money. The 308 calls, which were promising earlier, where are they? The 308 calls, they are down 6%. Yeah, I mean, it's a wash. Yeah, so there's just not much going on as of now. So as the candles on here are showing a little bit of resistance ahead. Resistance can be solved through time. So that's what the expectation is here potentially. So yeah, look at this. Two candles, one red, and then the other one with an upper wick. The current one that we're on again, it's a sign of resistance at this level. How will it resolve? It's anybody guess. It's anybody guess, really. There's just something lacking, folks, because I mean, okay, it's trying, but at this stage, really, the resistance, there is a clear resistance at this level. So a resistance at this level, it may be time soon to start thinking about taking Friday expirations puts, because if this thing cannot get past this, it will tank. It will definitely reverse and tank. Maybe not for today, but definitely for Friday expiration, those contracts could be worth something. 306.83. Is it? Will it be able to close above? Plenty of time to left on this candle, but you definitely need to clear this area. I need to close above 307. Wow, I almost I don't know how I was overshadowed by that, but Beto, it's up 9% just for the day. Did it gap up, or did the Fed say something about crypto? Beto is up big time. Wow. Folks, yeah. This the closing of this contract here. I'm not really liking these three candles, right? These three candles, they are not very encouraging for the bulls, because each one of them saying resistance. So I am thinking about setting up puts on here to close. This doesn't look. I mean, there's plenty of time in terms of time, and for the stock to move. It could go either way, really, because $2 from here, either way, those contracts they will pay. So if we are looking at July 27 on the downside, where can we go here? The 304, they are going for 25 cents. Eesh, that's a little bit too much right now. Yeah, the time it's on our end, so we want them to be below 20 cents. So geez, this is really not sure what's happening on here, but this is not it's not one of those FOMCs, right? Not at all, to be honest with you. It's just sputtering all over the place. So the inability to get past this resistance level on here, it's actually concerning. And after all, QQQ is up 4.13% for the day. Not bad at all. But all we know about this, right? All we know about this is that it set itself up for a potential reversal tomorrow. That's what we have seen. But 3 consecutive candles on here, folks, where we cannot close higher. I mean, yeah, this one posted a higher high. And obviously, if let's say this candle on here, which we are speaking, it will close in 10 minutes, right? In 10 minutes time, if it goes and closes it at 3, let's say, what's that, 307 something, well, then everything that I said about it become untrue. So let's say just patience. But yeah, while we are patient, I mean, the theta decay is definitely will be kicking on for the contract which are further out of the money. Again, it's teasing us. It's trying to touch 308. We saw that 308.82, but it wasn't stable at all. Every single time it got rejected there. So will the third time be the charm? Okay, 308, 307. Here we go. This is the first time that we are flashing 307. Okay. The 307 stick? Nope, it did not. Okay, Germany has a free click, a very dangerous free click. I'm funny describing soccer match at the same time. A free kick, 20 yards out. Oh my god. I wonder if this guy who's posting this spam is into soccer at all. So I'm hiding the user from the channel. How is it able to come back every single time? Google, it's getting on my nerves. $306.95. $307.21. Okay, it seems as if he's doing it. Wow, what a hard day. What a hard day work. Oh my goodness. 307.13. The candle will be closing in 6 minutes. At least now we're in the vicinity. My goodness, what a hard day work. $307.20. Those 311 calls, they went all the way down to 3 cents. And so will that be the 10 bagger then? Okay, brand new high of the day. As some trader would like to say, let's go. But again, we have that nagging resistance under. So if they're just the algo are just going to let it go, hey, that's it. But now we're entering the last 30 minutes. So yeah, this is the time when 10 baggers are made, folks. Because if this thing rallies hard, anything that's worth 5-10 cents can definitely bring in a lot of money, a lot of money. $307.50, $307.67. So they left it late, but the usual massive rally toward the closing is shading effect, folks, meaning those 308s, they may start percolating here very shortly. So in that case, with that worth 70 cents, we are just going to be patient again. 308.63. On the soccer game, Germany is dominating a little bit. The French ladies, they are frustrated, they are flustered, they are committing a lot of fouls. And they are barking at the referee for penalizing them. 307.77. Okay, and the Google is taking that opportunity to be up a whooping 7%, folks. 7%. Well, no. Google is up actually 8.3%, so at 114. While QQQ, it's fast approaching the 308, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, those contracts on there. So, but now, questions that's going to be posed on here. 30 minutes to go. Can they go all the way to 310? Can they get past the previous resistance level on here? If I zoom in, we cannot even see it. Actually, let's go to the 30-minute chart to try to decipher what was the previous highest level on here, because I reckon they will just go blow past this. Maybe not all at once if they are not in the mood. So right now, we need to change to 1 hour chart. Okay, so here's the 1 hour chart, folks. 307.97. How close can it get? It doesn't get any closer to 308 than this. Yeah? 308.04. So they touched 308. So what are they going to do? Typically, they will do it, then come back down. Yeah, before potentially going back up again. So we have to be patient. Our 308 calls, they are worth 97 cents, $1.03. So now this thing is kicking in, folks. Now this is that time when the 311 calls, they can really go right there back to 9 cents. So this is going to be interesting what happened on here. So for me, I'm still sitting. Oh, I don't want to jinx this. I need to stop talking on here. 308.30. The 308 calls are in the money, they're worth $1 or something, but they can be worth so much more, because if this thing goes to 309 whatever very quickly here in the next few minutes, these contract, but I mean this thing is extended. Yeah, it's extended, as you can see on here. As I show you the left hand side, can we see the left hand side on your view? Yeah, the left hand side, you see that area here, which was early June. So we haven't been at this level since what was the last time we were here? June the 8th. So yeah, that's it has been a struggle, just like the French ladies. They're struggling against the German team right now. So it has been quite a struggle. $308.02. The new 15-minute candle just started. So if we go back to 15 minutes interval, what do we have? 308.02. It's outside, right? This is the brand new candle on here. It's outside, but hey, they can push. Remember what we are expecting, a candle almost as big as this one. So now are they going to put 2 consecutive candles or whatever here? 308.22. So at this stage, really, I mean, I'm up 106%, 110% on those calls. It will be wise to just take the profit and run, because I mean, there's more to lose than to gain on here. In the last 15 minutes or so, you can always set up a position with very cheap contract. I mean, those 111, they are 9 cents right now if we rally. So I'm just gonna take my money here and run, because I don't trust QQQ that much. We are not that friends. So 108, thank you. And as I say that, they're even giving me a hard time trying to fill me up. All right, so they fill me up at $1.03. So I'm content for the time being. I can't wait for the last, but this thing can go to 310, no doubt about it. It's just that, hey, it is, you take your profit this late. Oh, man. 308.19. They are waiting for it. So you know what? Let's see here. What can we set up here? All right, we can set up something here for just the last 15 minutes. So the 311, they are worth 10 cents, right? But that 10 cents, I'm gonna spare it and recognize that as time passes by, it's better to try to find, let's say if they rally to 310, we want to use something with a higher probability of being in the money. Yeah, the 310, they are, oh my goodness, the 310. Okay, so let's try, for me here, I'm gonna try to steal, let me try to steal here on a cool off. I'm gonna try to get the 309 for 40 cents, 45 cents. Yeah, this is just me on here. I want to get a feel on a retest of 308. If it comes down, back down below 308, we get a feel of that, and then in the last 15 minutes or so, they rally, and we see what happened. But as of now, they are really insisting around that 302, that 308. But there's no room, right? I mean, we want maybe a candle like this one just to get that nice entry. So actually, I think I'm being generous, offering them 45 cents for it. I'm gonna go 40 cents. How about that? Let's go 40 cents. I'm going 40 cents for the 308. What am I saying? The 309 expiring today. Again, I have in my mind, wherever we're closing, I'm loading very cheap puts for Friday. Yeah, that's the tape. We're just executing the tape. What is the yellow indicator? Hey Nat, the yellow indicator on our chart is the exponential moving average 8. The green indicator is the exponential moving average 20. And the color here match the color on the chart itself. All right, come on QQQ, give me the 309 for 40 cents, shall we? They are going for 48 cents right now. So that's a limit order. So just going to be patient, going to be patient. Our patience paid off a little bit on the 308, though I mean the gains was not as astronomical as we were expecting. Okay, here we go. They are going for 40 cents bid, 45 cents ask. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do me like you did me earlier. I don't want to miss out on this, but I don't want to chase them either. I mean at 40 cents. All right, I got my feel. 309 at 40 cents. The bid is 40 cents, the ask is 43. Let's see if this 308 is going to act really as a strong support. As I say that, they just slam it below 308. Oh my goodness. The humanity, come on. Okay, let me actually, it's getting a little bit hot here, so bear with me. Okay, had to activate a fan for the computer. It was getting a little bit hot here. So hopefully that will not be too much of a disturbance here. So you see, the 309 calls, we got the fill at 40 cents right on the dot, but now they are hovering at 36, 37 cents. Yaks. So yellow line is EMA 8. Green line on the chart is EMA 20. That rally look a little bit bleak right now. 307.80. $307.82. If they can really rally here to 310, which again, I mean, this has been 23 minutes to go plus the extra 15 minutes. Who has earning after hours? Who has earning after hours? Yeah, that 40 cents is not turning in great as of now. So let's see, after hours, if I go to my calendar, Wednesday, that's what we say that we are in, right? So AWK, K, Cash, CG, any big companies with earnings today? Ford has earnings, okay, but Ford, I mean, what's the importance of Ford into the bigger scheme? Huh? That's John Deere, that's not Java. Lam Research. This is a company that has impact, so it will impact a stock such as AMD, Nvidia, and MU potentially. So depending on the earnings. So this is a cheap company, Lam Research. They are currently trading at 468. Yeah, I mean, I don't trade that much. I haven't traded that thing, so I have no idea of any potential on that at all. Oh, Qualcomm has earning after hours. It's trading at 154. Qualcomm has earning after hours. Okay, so Qualcomm will be impacting the markets potentially after hours as well. So if we go to the option chain of Qualcomm, I just want to amuse myself, folks. On the option chain of Qualcomm, what do we see? The implied volatility is, so let's say from 150, the implied volatility is 45%. No, actually, yeah. Oh, no, that's not the right date. No, that's not the right date. No, implied volatility, my friend, it's 100 and, yeah, this is more like it. So the implied volatility is 108%. The implied volatility change is plus 8%. So the stock is trading at 154. Even if it goes again 10%, 10% will make it the stock go to 170. The 170 contract there 68 cents. But my friend, with implied volatility at 104, it's pretty much meaning it's not worth it. The probability are not on our end. If it's tanked by 10%, then let's say it goes to 140. The 140 they are going for 57 cents. But again, they will need to be in the money really in order for a year. So meaning if you want a stronghold for a stock, meaning for this stock to move 10%, that is right, 10% in either direction, guess what? You are spending over $120. And as I say that, the French team just let in a goal. Germany is up 1-0. It was a long time coming because the French ladies, they were not in place at all. So a very beautiful goal scored by the Germans. Oh well, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. QQQ is giving us a feast, and we are struggling. Well, we are struggling. Am I unnecessarily? Am I unnecessarily? No, I'm not unnecessarily. Subconsciously cheering for the French team. No, it's not about cheering for them. It's just I like to follow the beautiful game. That's a textbook. A cross in the box, and the forward gets in front of the defender. I'm not sure what she was thinking. The goalkeeper had no chance. Goal Germany, 1-0. And they are playing. That's still in the first half. They are playing. What's the time here? They are playing. Yeah, just 5 minutes before the break. That's ish. That's that's gonna be a tough one for the French to come back from. That's going to be a tough one. Okay, so QQQ, yeah, I mean, it's not all rosy. I mean, there's still 15 minutes left. So is it back to 308? What can we expect on here in the last 15 minutes? Definitely not the massive rally. So, but what QQQ gives us in 15 minutes time is the ability to set up some nice puts. Yeah, for an anticipation for a potential gap down tomorrow. So here's a full candle like this one on here. I mean, this is so inviting for puts, right? So a candle with its body, the low and the high, the size of the candle much higher than any one of these candles with the gap to boot. So for Friday, what's the ATR is $8, $7, $15. So $14, $15 from the current price of 308. What does that give us? Yeah, that gives us about, so 308 minus 14. What do we want to use? We want to use 14. That's fine. So that's a 4. We're talking 294, 295. Yeah, 294, 295. If we go to those options on QQQ, where are you? Expiration on the 29. I cannot believe the month of July is already gone. Unbelievable. So expiration on the 29, and we are looking at 294. The 294, you have to go all the way. How much are they asking for? They're asking for 45 cents. 45 cents per contract. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. As a matter of fact, I want to grab them. Let's see here. I'm going to say I want them for 35 cents or 30 cents in anticipation for a massive rally in the last few minutes. Yeah. All right. So let me try this. So limit order. July 29, 294 put for 30 cents. Hoping that, and this one's going to be on sale the after hours, right? So hoping that, hey, whatever rally, Qualcomm releases earning, they rally, the QQQ rally, whatever, and then we gap down tomorrow. So let me just put it on here, cent. Right now they're going for 44 cents. Can I get them for 30 cents? That would be a great entry. The key into really making good trade or great trade into option, it's by being patient and getting the entry that you want. If you can get the entry that's a nice entry, chances are you are going to be making money. They are still entertaining those 309 calls because from 40 cents they are now standing at 28 cents or whatever. When exactly I'm going to cut them? Sheesh. Let's see. Let's go to the 15-minute chart on here. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. Okay, so do we have similar candles on here? There is room now to the upper Bollinger. We stand at 308.21. So okay, friends, just equalize, folks. A mighty shot from number 11, Kadiati Diani, and just like that the score is 1-1. I mean, hopefully I'm not sure if I'm the only. Oh man, this thing is getting me. Why does it look like that? I like it. What? Okay, Nate, I'm sorry. I'm being spammed by, I'm not sure whatever this message is. I keep reporting it, and yet nothing. It's happening on here. So I'm hiding the user from the channel. From whatever. So Nate is asking, what's the yellow indicator? So we said the yellow indicator, the EMA 8. Why does it look like that? Or are you saying that it looks sexy? Or it looks beautiful? Yeah. There's just the setup of how I made it. It is in the style. Is in the style. So to get your EMA to look exactly like that, let me do it here. Let me go to my setting. So you need to go to your setting and go to style. And for the style, you need to pick the step line. The step line style is what is making the EMA look so beautiful and sexy. Did I really say that? It is halftime, folks, in England, where the French and the German, they are tied 1 apiece with 45 minutes left to go for us to find out who will be facing the host nation, England, in Wembley, mind you, the finals of the Women Euros. On Sunday, what time are they? I think Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern. I will be front and center with that. No need to tell you I will not be coaching at that time on Sunday. Did I say that loud? Yes, I say that loud. All right, folks. 13 minutes to go on QQQ. What do we have here? We are trying to enter the 294 puts expiring on Friday, July the 29th. We are trying to get them for 30 cents in hope of a rally here. At the same time, we are barely hanging on our 309, the 309 calls on QQQ. I mean, it was a long shot. I mean, this thing has really hasn't been that convincing. But hey, a massive rally on here, $1 to close will be fantastic. We could get in the money for the 309 calls, as well as get cheap put contracts expiring on Friday. That's the most we could do. It wasn't that much of a great FOMC today, to be honest. I mean, 302, 307, yeah, it's not that bad, but I've seen better. I mean, there's still 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes. What can QQQ do here for itself? Too much sideways. I'm bailing out of those 309s. That's just too much. I know there are earnings after hours, but I'm bailing out of them. I'm not going to wait for after hours. Then what do we have here? Au contraire, if we look at the 294, they're going for 46 cents. I'll fancy them. Yeah, it has been one of those days, folks. Okay, look at the size of this candle now, folks. We could be closing here on a flush. So let me just, as we are finishing, right? So should the market gap down tomorrow, this is a stock that we have made some decent money on. Let me show you the daily chart of 3M. I mean, those in my Discord room, you already know that. So this one, the overnight swing trade that we took yesterday made money for us. You needed to take that cash early. But oh my friend, look at this. The EMA, the sexy line, the yellow line, sexy line that Nate was asking about, it's at 135.40. I can envision how we could get to that level tomorrow. Absolutely. So can get an overnight swing trade on this. And how is our friend QQ is menacing to go back and test the yellow line, which is at 306.11. Will they do that? Oh, it was very timid. This is FOMC didn't have a feel, or I mean things. It was, I mean, the bullish momentum rally went on a little bit, but it was really not that convincing. Okay, now it's below 307. $306.92. I'm already set up on those 294 puts, so let's see. If any one of the companies that are reporting after hours just contribute to whacking the markets, then we may be in for a trail tomorrow. So what am I carrying overnight? 3M and QQQ. Any questions before the close? We have 8 minutes to the bell plus the after hours. Again, Qualcomm will be reporting after hour, and the likes of what's the name? There's that company that's Lam Research will be reporting as well. Those are the two major ones that I saw. I mean, there are others, but we're talking about the ones that. All right, so here's the close on here. We'll just watch the closing on here. It seems as if it looks as if a bearish close. Yeah, I mean, this lack of direction. I mean, 307, whatever. I mean, if this thing really wants it to go in a given direction, I mean, yeah, from 302 to 308, $7. Yeah, so I guess the lesson learned on here for us was, okay, just at 2 p.m. Eastern, right, at the time of the FOMC. But I mean, we could have been patient on here. So trading the current price plus some type of a percentage of the ATR could have led to profit, albeit not that nothing super, no 10 bagger as we have seen before. And just as I say that, look now, the finish it's really, when QQQ does this, just one way and then the other, just, I mean, there's 6 minutes left and the algos that are just really having fun. They are entitled. What can we say? They are entitled. It is their world and we are just living in it. Yeah. Okay, traders, there's really not much on here. Thank you for watching. For those in the Discord, we have our brand new watch list that we released today, so we will be using it starting tomorrow. Typically again, after these type of days, the FOMC days, where the stock market rally, we tend to have what time is Wahala? Okay, there is no Wahala. Wahala means trouble. The no Wahala, yeah, because it's Wahala means a bad thing. No Wahala, it's rather what we trade. It's tomorrow toward the close. Between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, let me just, my brain need to factor in that we are only Wednesday today. So the Wahala is the no Wahala strategy. No Wahala strategy is tomorrow between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. And it will be posted in our Discord room, obviously. It will be posted in our Discord room. I already know the stock that we will be using for no Wahala strategy. The only thing will be to pick the strike price. Four minutes to go. Has been a very long day for me. Needless to say, finish, gonna have a shower, and then watch that second half match. Francia versus Germany. No, Francia versus Deutschland. So again, this is the chart of 3M. We showed, let's go and one last time show you those who may be just joining now. Here is after earnings yesterday. This is what this stock did. We didn't make that much. No, it was decent. There was some tiny money made yesterday, but the bulk of the money was made this morning when it dipped all the way to 137. So tomorrow and Friday, we are looking for this downtrend to continue because this stock is still trading outside of the upper Bollinger Band, which currently stands at 138. And wow, it's not, stock can trade outside of the upper Bollinger Band, but don't get me wrong. It's the fact that there was this massive rejection after the stock gap this much. It gap from 134. So the question will be, by Friday, will it come back and fill the gap all the way to 134? The yellow line is standing at 135.31. So a great chance should the direction of the market overall or just this stock just lend itself to that we will stand to benefit from it just as much as we will stand to benefit from a gap down on QQQ tomorrow should the tape play out to which that we have seen before. So yeah, that's what's those are the things that we will be waiting for tomorrow. And those 294 puts on QQQ, they're giving us a little bit of hope. They're up 10%. All right. It's not much, but hey, gain is gain. We're trying to take them where they come. All right, and just like that, folks, the market is closed officially. There's after hours, but trust me, I have no appetite for after hours today. I'm just going to go straight up, get a shower. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And to whomever is spamming me, I really need help.